So here we go. New game. Assisted to get through the story faster. Raccoon City is an industrial metropolis located in the American Midwest. Jill Valentine, a member of STARS, has been conducting investigations solo as she seeks the truth behind a deadly incident. Little does she know, a new nightmare awaits her.
This pandemic has spread faster than any disease in modern history.
Unfortunately topical.
Authorities are bracing for more rioting tonight.
He was knocked unconscious in severe level.
A citywide emergency has been declared.
The CDC has quarantined the lower Midwestern region of the U.S.
Commitment, honesty, integrity, these are the core values that create the foundation for Umbrella Group. It's this foundation that will continue to build a brighter future for all of us.
Is the boy. That is a galing storm. First segment's in first person, which I am less than pleased about simply because first person tends to give me horrible motion sickness. So let's get past it as quickly as possible. Because you don't go through something like the Arclay Mansion incident with not having hella nightmares. So we've got a bunch of people I don't recognize, and the dog. The dog is one of the mysteries of this series that will never get solved. Jill has the dog. The dog's picture was also on her desk in 2, but there is no sign of a dog living in this apartment. What happened to the dog?
3 more days, then I can kiss this town goodbye.
Oh, sweetie, the town does not have 3 more days.
What's going on out there?
Nothing good. That's the old STARS photo that dates back from the original Resident Evil. Jill's report. September 26, 1998. It's already been 2 months since the mess with Umbrella. Thanks to the suspension, investigations haven't progressed exactly as I'd hoped. Perhaps this written record of what I've found will prove to be my final duty as a STARS officer. I can only hope that it leads to the truth. T-virus. Those infected by the virus seem to become literal zombies. It appears to be communicable through several different avenues outlined below. Bite from an infected individual, allowing the mixing of bodily fluids. Contact with crows which have eaten infected carrion. Due to the strength of the virus, airborne infection cannot be discounted. It should be noted, for those who have survived the incident have not yet developed symptoms. It's unclear whether this is because the virus just has a long incubation period, or because we just happen to be resistant to the infection. We ought to remain vigilant even after this investigation period ends. As for me, aside from my minor difficulty sleeping, I seem to be in fine shape. Still, I shouldn't get too hopeful. After all, this could just be extended incubation. Yeah, no wonder she's having nightmares. There is Annette Birkin, featured prominently in Resident Evil 2. Oh, that's the guy whose picture was on the desk. I still don't know who he is. Investigation notes. Pharmaceuticals company's industry leader in market share focuses on military weapons development while maintaining a cover as a pharmaceutical company, also secretly developing bioweapons. T-virus outbreak at Arklay Mountain Research Facility predicated the Mansion incident. Conspiring with Raccoon City leadership. Large donation to Mayor Warren's office effectively controls the city. And a detail that was in 2 is they also ran an orphanage, which they were using to channel orphans into their experiments. They've got me pinned down at home. Guys across the street are watching me from their window 24/7. Are they Ironsmen's? Umbrellas? I don't know, and there's no real difference anyway. I know what they're trying to do. They want to wear me down, torment me into compliance, and it's working. I'm barely eating, barely sleeping. I'm going crazy. I feel like the living dead. And that's something you want to say in this series. But I won't let them win. I have to get out of the city and find a way to make them accountable. They'll send someone to silence me, of course. If you hear that I've been killed, or whatever it is they do to people like me, you must pick up the investigation where I left off. I've enclosed my files. They'll tell you everything you need to know as long as this package is intercepted. I'll be moving out at night. 5 days. Wish me luck. Jill, you're gonna get ants. Message from a colleague. To Jill Valentine. Hey, Hotshot, how are you holding up? I still can't believe Iron suspended you. It's such bullshit. You ought to pin a medal on you for making it out of that hellhole back in July. Of course you're going to poke around and ask questions about it. I hope you're not mad at me for keeping my head down. Everything's been happening so fast. STARS was the pride of the force. When the chief disbanded us out of nowhere, I thought for sure I was going to lose my job. Word has it you're planning on leaving Raccoon City? I figured you wouldn't take the suspension lying down. Just promise to watch your back. Umbrella won't sit by while you try to dismantle their business. Take care, Jill. Brad Vickers. STARS Alpha Team now and forever. P.S. Had to slip this message to the pizza guy to avoid detection. Enjoy the extra-large Mega Meat Supreme. It's on me and the guys. I love this letter because that letter gives more characterization to Brad Vickers than the entire original run of Resident Evil. Brad Vickers' character was originally just... He ran and tried to save his own skin. That was all there was to him. He ran into Jill in 3, but it was just a coincidence. He was running from something else and happened to bump into her. But this shows him being very aware of the situation, trying to keep his head down, but still trying to look out for Jill in his own way. He's worried about her because he knows how dangerous Umbrella is. And I like that.
Who could that be? All right, I'm coming.
Jill, that is not a healthy fridge.
Just a sec. Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
Someone showed up to the party early.
What the hell is that thing?
That's Nemesis, Jill. Don't worry, you'll have plenty of time to become acquainted.
Gotta get out of here. What the hell? No way.
Sorry, buddy. Got my own problems. Yeah, Nemesis now has the power of yoink. And the power of yeet. Run, 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 run. I don't know why this apartment's on fire. I don't know where the fire came from. Oh, is that Kendo's? No, that's a liquor store.
Jill? Over here!
Brad,
You okay?
what was that thing?
Damned if I know. But right now it's got a hard-on for the only two stars left in town. You and me. I'm not sticking around. Just look around you. The longer we wait, the more screwed we are.
How did this all happen so fast?
I don't know. One fucked up thing always leads to another. It's like Arclay on steroids.
And yeah. Again, like I said, in the original, all Brad cared about was saving his skin. In this, he called Jill to warn her. He was outside her apartment, which means he was on his way to help her. This is a much more complicated Brad, a Brad that cares more about his friend and teammate, and
Here they come!
such a better character.
Here!
There's so many.
Ah. Hey. No, bad touch. I'm on easy mode. How did it kill me? With one hit. It's like, I got through this part on the harder difficulty, and I didn't even get touched. What the Hades? Is easy mode a lie?
Brad! Here they come!
In here!
There's so many.
Door behind you, go!
Don't think about it. We're gonna make a run for it.
Come on, Jill. We know how this ends.
No, I don't.
Are we still a team?
Always.
Then do me a favor. Don't fuck up like I did. Go!
I'm sorry, Brad.
And that is again something original Brad would never have done, and it just... In the original Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, when Brad died, I didn't really care. He was a character who showed he didn't care for anyone but himself. This, He's been in the game like 2 minutes, and I care a lot. I care a lot. What you doing on a school bus? You're too old for that.
You! Down there! Get to the parking garage roof!
Parking garage. Got it. Sir, are you alright?
Stay back! Don't come any closer!
Hey, come on. There's a helicopter waiting to take you to safety.
What safety? I'm not going out there!
The parking garage isn't far. I can
The
take
only safe place isn't here!
Sir, what's your name? I can't just leave you behind.
It's Dario Rosso. And yeah, right. You just want to steal my safe house. Get your own, Missy.
Missy? Would you please calm down? I'm a police officer. I'm here to help.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've been doing a bang-up job. You want to help? Go handcuff yourself to one of those freaks.
Lovely gentleman.
Sir, this is your last chance. No one else is coming for you.
I'm not going anywhere. I'd rather starve to death than here than be eaten by one of those undead monsters. Now leave me alone.
Ammo. Oh, I forgot in assisted mode you start with an assault rifle. Now watch me not use it because I'm trying to save ammo. Because this is me. But I guess the good news for Dario is if you know how this game ends, he is not going to starve. Oh no, bad.
Shit!
I'm not wasting ammo on you two because I don't need to come back here. Get in.
Come on.
And there we go, the helicopter that takes us to safety. Everyone, thanks for joining us. This was a short game. Yeah, it's never that easy.
Sorry. Come on. Start, damn it. It's my turn, bitch.
I like that it gives you the option to hold the button down instead of mashing, because you know mashing is never fun. Jill's not having a good day. I'd say that Nemi's not having a good day either, but he really doesn't seem to care about the stuff happening to him.
Hey! Fuckface! Hey, easy, lady. I got you.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Name's Carlos, and I'm saving you. Come on, let's get you someplace safe.
Carlos also doesn't check to see if he dropped an item, which, again, like I said, that's how I've been playing. Just run. Just run from the Nemi.
I think we're in the clear.
Hope so.
We've been bringing survivors here.
Here where?
My guys have converted some subway cars into a shelter. It's safe.
I'm fine.
Personal space. Okay, I get it. Let's go. Oh, come on.
Sudden death bowling. Okay, the other areas with that poster were too dark to read, so I never could see what it said besides bowling. I think there is a bobblehead. Kill the bobblehead. I tend to have my knife out if I'm not in an active combat situation, just so I don't, like, accidentally freak and waste ammo.
But it's no zombie. It knows what it wants and won't stop till it gets it. Don't you like that in a man?
No thanks. He's all yours.
Listen, I promise you're in good hands. I'm with the Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Service. UBCS for short.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You guys are the ones who caused all of this.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you talking about? Look, you don't have to trust me, but I'm going to the shelter. You coming? Come on.
Yeah. How to make sure that Jill Valentine doesn't trust you. Say you're with Umbrella. Here's the core of my Mega Man Resident Evil shared universe theory. Since Dr. Light and Dr. Wily apparently exist in this world and are holding science forums about robots. That is not the door. But my theory is that the reason robots became so popular was reclaiming areas that had been infected by the virus because there's no chance of them getting infected. So the Mega Man setting is what it is because of what happens in Resident Evil.
Hey, Captain. This fine young lady could use our help.
Carlos, you didn't even think to ask fine young lady her name? She is an elite operative of RPD, Special Tactics and Rescue Service. Her name is something Valentine.
It's Jill.
Nice to meet you, Jill. I am UBCS platoon leader Mikhail Victor. My team was sent here to rescue civilians.
Right. How's that going for you?
The city is completely cut off, isolated. Most of the 100,000 civilians will wind up dead. Correction, undead. My platoon has suffered serious losses. Just keeping them alive is more than I can manage.
Well, you can thank your corporate overlords for that.
Yes. Well, we are doing all we can. If we can get this subway train moving, we can evacuate some survivors. But we need help. My men cannot do this alone.
All right. I'm in. But I am on their side, not yours.
Oh, hey. It's cool. We all want the same thing.
Thank you, Jill.
All right, Super Cop. Here you go. We can use this to stay in contact.
I know what a radio is.
Okay, first things first. We need to get you geared up. Head up to street level. You'll find supplies there.
All right.
I always found it the biggest tease. He says, let's get you geared up, grabs an assault rifle, but does not give you the assault rifle. UBSC Ammo Crafting Guide. On the battlefield, if you run out of ammo, your gun's about as useful as a wet fart. Want to stay alive out there? Then get these basic formulas into your skull. Lovely people writing these UBSC guides, UBCS. 2 gunpowders to a handgun, a gunpowder and a high grade to a shotgun, 2 high grades to a mag. Once you're stocked up, get out there and join the party. Don't let those dead, words I'm not going to say, let's give those dead things something to eat. Just make sure you don't become dessert. Ooh, assault rifle ammo. So they do give you ammo for the gun, you only get in assisted mode. I get the feeling Big E is a reference to something, but I don't know what. Tabloid front page. The Cannibal Murders, a complete digest. That had to be on purpose, as someone did that headline on purpose. In the gray of the morning of September 25th, a frantic caller telephoned the RPD to report an assault. A man described as disheveled like a vagrant was attacking a passerby north of the Lambs Museum of Art. The responding officers discovered the mutilated corpse of a woman by some dumpsters nearby. Dozens of bite marks covered her body, and she had been dismembered, suggesting she had been eaten. The third known incident of its kind to occur in Raccoon City this month. So who done it? Who's munching on man's steak? We here at News Comet have a gnawing feeling that the so-called cannibal disease patients Spencer Memorial has been providing free treatment for since August might not be settling for just the cafeteria food. Our reporters have infiltrated Spencer Memorial and asked the tough questions and come back with horror stories that would make your stomach roil. Turn the page for the scoop. Of course, you don't get to do that. How to use the map. I know how to use the map. Long story short, translucent means you haven't been there. Blue is you've been there and you've picked up all the stuff. Red is you missed a thing, like I missed 50 assault rifle ammo, so I am going back down. Because you don't turn down ammo. In any of the modern Resident Evil games, the map is your best friend.
Jill, it's me again. You topside yet?
Working on it. So what's the plan?
The old tanks got me clearing the tracks. You mind getting the subway infrastructure back online?
And how do I do that?
Let's start by restoring power. I'll navigate you to the substation once you hit the main road.
Copy that. Let's do this fast.
So, fun fact, that was a loading screen. What they've been doing instead of just, here's the loading screen for in-game stuff, is, let's merge these herbs, is having areas where it slows down, where you talk or you have to squeeze through something very slowly, so you get all of the, I'm sorry, I'm failing at words today. But it all loads, but it looks like it's seamless. I'm coming back for you, lockbox. In my other playthrough, I forgot to come back for that lockbox, so I don't know what's in it. Let's see, anything I need to dump? Not at this time, though. I will make some more handgun ammo. Careful not to save over my other game. UBCS Field Herb Guide. There's no place in the UBCS for pipsqueaks who crawl back to base every single time they get scratched up. You want someone to kiss your boo-boo, go someplace else. Here in the big leagues, we mix our own meds, so get these recipes memorized. High potency mixture. Green herb plus ×2. High maximum potency mixture. 3 green herbs or a green herb and a red herb. First aid spray. Can't make these yourself? Grab them if you see them. That should do it. Now let's get this done and go grab a beer. So, you see in the lower left corner there's the fine and it says green. There's 3 ranks of that. Caution yellow and danger red. A green herb by itself will heal just 1 level. 2 green herbs will heal 2 levels. And 3 green herbs, a green-red herb mixture, or a first aid spray will heal you up to max no matter how hurt you are.
More survivors. We've got to get that train moving.
Another way I save ammo is, if you go into battle with just the knife, you're gonna get got. But if you knock them down and then start stabbing them a lot, it works out a little better. And a lifetime of playing Resident Evil has trained me to either go for headshots or really giant eyes, but I don't think that's a thing in this game. Obviously I'm not going to run forward because this guy's coming for me. Now see, they try to lull you into a false sense of security, being like, I'm down, I'm not moving, and then you move over towards them and they grab you, so any dead body is getting poked. Are you gonna come out?
Carlos, I've reached the main avenue. Which way do I go?
See a big transmission tower? That's the substation. You'll have to circle around through an alley to your right to get there.
You mean the alley that's on fire?
Maybe. Surely a tall drink of water like yourself can put out a few flames.
Fuck you.
This is the area covered in the demo, so I am very familiar with these stomping grounds. bit closer. That should be close enough. I like the explodey barrels. Oh, did we just get some frame rate drop there? That was weird. You'll notice you're seeing the head waggle a bit more than they did originally. The Resident Evil games have what they call adaptive difficulty, which means the better you do, the harder they get. But if you're having some trouble, it makes it easier, so that kind of balances out. But because I've been doing the headshots, they start waggling the heads to make it harder to do headshots. Bullets. Poke. Poke. It's a fancy box. So fancy. Yeah, don't need that yet. I like to keep one fully realized healing item on me and store the rest so I don't accidentally use them. You know what? I'm feeling good with the pistol. I'm going to leave the assault rifle in there. Let's see how fast I come to regret that decision. Yeah, unlike the exploding barrels, the electrical things do recharge, so when they start sparking like that again, you could use them again. Obviously I don't have to since everything I would have used it on is dead, but... yeah, this guy was gonna get up and get me, and that lady was waiting to ambush me. I found that out the hard way. Is his shirt just sort of levitating off his back? What is going on? Oh yeah, there's a zombie in here. Levitating shirt is not a priority right now. Now I can look at stuff like the weird levitating shirt. Drugstore owner's journal. August 24th. This new hair tonic from Umbrella is just flying off the shelves. The stuff they make always works wonders, so it's no surprise. I was counting on this and ordered a huge shipment. My instincts are paying off. Literally. I just know sales will continue to rise as word gets out. That said, the string of violent incidents on the news has me worried. Maybe I ought to invest in a good safe to hold all this cash that's rolling in. September 2nd. My new safe is just perfect. No one knows the code, not even my wife. It's a secret between me and my beautiful Aquacure queen. And she'll never give it up for a thief. But will she give it up for a police officer? I don't have the code yet. Poke you for good measure. I think I've bought that brand of flour. Anything down here? Checking the map, see if I've missed anything. I see you trying to sneak up on me. So, fun fact, Resident Evil 2 was the first video game I ever played, and I actually have a lot of habits ingrained in me from it. Like, if given a choice between a male story and a female story, I usually pick the male story, simply because Ada and Leon's campaign was a great and fun companion, and Sherry and Claire's the campaign in the original story was terrible. They have since fixed her for the remake. Sherry is not bad in the remake, but in the original she moved so slow. Oh, hello there! You weren't in the demo! And if you got too far away from her, she'd just crouch down in a ball and you'd have to go back for her. It was not good. So I just, based off not wanting to deal with Sherry, I just started always playing male campaigns. Which is funny, because in the original Resident Evil, that's reversed. Jill had Barry, who was much more combat-oriented than Chris's Rebecca. But I didn't play the original first, I played 2. I also will only go for headshots even in games where headshots do not matter. It's like, it's all the same, I'll still go for a headshot, because that's how you kill the zombies. Here we go, the Aquacure Clean. 937. Well, this game, it's not so bad. In the early Resident Evil games, they purposely did not give you enough ammo to kill every enemy, so you had to sort of pick your battles. And this became a case where if I had a choice between melee and a gun, I would always choose melee because I was so afraid of running out of ammo. And this is hilarious because it carried over to games like Devil May Cry, where you have literally infinite ammo. The guns never run out. But I'm always afraid to use the guns because I'm like, I'm going to run out of ammo. In games like Resident Evil, being ammo thrifty is good. In games like Devil May Cry, it's just ridiculous. There's no purpose to it. Pretty sure there's another zombie or two around here. Or 3. Oh, you got a little closer than I would have liked. Knock your hat off. Oh, hello. Sorry, former coworker. Since I'm over here, I'm gonna just drop stuff off in the item container. Let's... I'm following Marvin's advice from Resident Evil 2. He said, "Don't make the same mistake I did. If you see one of those things, even if it's in a uniform, do not hesitate." And who am I not to listen to Marvin? He's the guy who trains the rookies. Poke. 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 Need the lockpick for that. Hand grenade. I'm sure I'm not going to need that in the near future. Violence getting worse and worse these past few days. Got a shotgun for when it hits the breaking point. Locking it up in the gun rack. That should keep it safe from any would-be looters while I go out and try to find some more shells. If things go south, cut the chain and bust out that sucker. I pray we all make it out alive. Soon.
This must be the subway company's offices.
Need the lockpick. Kite Brothers Railway Manual. Ensuring safe subway operations. In the event of a power outage, the subway will automatically cease operation. Once power has been restored, please use the control panel to confirm the stations at which the train will stop, as well as which track segments will be used. If the route entered is unsafe, an error will occur and operations will not resume.
Nothing.
Yes. Funnily enough, the computers don't work if the power's out. Oh, I've got the fire hose, so let's go put out a fire. We can go this way. Wait a minute. Poke. Poke. Other way. Poke. Poke.
Gotta put this out.
This part makes me so nervous because in the demo, Nemi came out and ganked you, but he doesn't in the main game, but I keep expecting him to.
There.
Bolt cutters! Back.
Is someone in here?
Yeah, at some point Nemi's gonna get me. But now it's time to backtrack and get to all that stuff I couldn't get to before because it needed bolt cutters. Another most fancy of boxes. Toilet paper, grab it! Jill, you don't understand how valuable that is. Already poked these guys, so I don't need to poke them again. I'm going to store the hand grenade because there's a specific thing I want them for later. Excuse the coughing. Allergy season has been getting to me a little bit. The green haze is upon us. No. Zyrtec doesn't work for me. I have this thing with allergy meds where if I can take them and in a month I will be immune to them. I have a carbon fiber mask I use, but while I use it for going out, I tend to... Excuse me, just gonna pause and get a drink of water. I tend to not use it for things like putting the dog out, and that's where it gets me. But yeah, this is definitely allergy stuff and not virus stuff, so... It happens every year. Shotgun shells, don't worry, I will soon be getting you a new friend. He took a few shots to go down. I think he went down from that. Okay, now that I've got my backtrack stuff, time to move forward. We no longer need the bolt cutters. I could probably just toss them, but I'll put them in the...
Your UBCS?
Yeah, careful, careful. Come on, don't look at me like that, alright? I'm not infected. No, wait, please!
What the fuck?
He was infected.
He might have been infected.
Oh, stars, this soft. No wonder so many of you dead.
And what are you, UBCS? Killing your own people?
He would have turned. There's your sense of self-preservation. Go back to the subway station. We don't need a bleeding heart like you getting in the way.
That is Nikolai, and I hate him. Training log. Suck it, prison. The Umbrella Corporation just recruited me for a job. A job! Don't know how they're gonna wipe out a life sentence for murdering 20 gangbangers, but whatever, I'll take it. Beat shitting away the rest of my days behind bars. I gotta get back into shape. July 26th. 196 pounds, 20-kilometer run, 3 circuits. Target practice at 400 yards, 5 misses. Caught the chain yesterday and got moved to a UBCS training camp where I fired my first bullet in 2 whole years. Missed a stationary target by 5 inches at 400 yards. I never effing do that. It's like I forgot everything. Doesn't matter, I'll get sharp again. Watch me. August 15th. 190 pounds, 30-kilometer run, 3 circuits. Target practice at 600 yards, 2 misses. Okay, I've got my shot grouping down to 3 inches. Feeling good, feeling good. After lunch, they put me through my first mock battle. The Cap and the other guys are good people, and goddamn beasts of war at that. But what the F is up with that lunatic Nikolai? He used me as a effing human shield just to score some extra points. September 25th. 181 pounds, 30-kilometer run, 4 circuits. Target practice at 600 yards. No misses. Murphy's back, baby. You'll never see me miss another target. Tomorrow I go on my first mission, riot control in Raccoon City. I think Jimmy would have liked that. My brother was always the first to reach out and help people right up until those street punks took him away from me. Now it's my turn to do some good for a change, the way I know best. Rest in peace, Murphy. At least know, if nothing else, you were right about Nikolai. Electrician's Notice. Public use generators provided by Raccoon City Electricians Guild. Due to the ongoing power outage, the Guild has decided to provisionally place a number of electrical generators throughout the city. Everyone is welcome to use them, but remember, these generators are running high voltage current. If one were to be struck or impacted by gunfire, anyone standing nearby could get electrocuted. Handwritten edition. You got that? If you see a generating spitting sparks, don't go near it. Don't do anything stupid. Safety first, as the saying goes. If we make it through this mess, I'll have plenty of busted generators for sale at bargain prices. Your neighborhood electrician, Sam. Like, who thought that was safe? Poke, poke. UBCS suicide note. September 28th. The Middle East, Eastern Europe, East Africa. I thought I knew what hell was. Figured I'd never crack no matter what was thrown at me. But this job? This one was supposed to be easy. A quick wage. I'd earned it. It all happened at once. There were 30 guys in our squad, all armed with state-of-the-art assault rifles, and yet we were wiped out in less than 48 hours. I've been through enough shit to know it only ever gets worse, and if that was just the beginning... Maybe I'm a coward, I don't care. This is the only way out I have left. I just hope my body doesn't get back up after I pull the trigger. Oh, out of bullets. So let's reload. Oh, these guys. The bad puppers. I'm glad they made the zombie dogs a bit more glass cannon-y. It used to be they were very tough, very fast, and dealt a lot of damage with each attack, and there was no balance there. It was terrible when you ran into them. Oh, hello. Hello, new friend. Ah! You sped up. Poke, poke, poke. Oh, come on. Why so many zombies in here? Did I just hear a door close? And I need the lockpick for that. Pouch. Resident Evil Gold. Let's do a save. Facts from Substation Chief. To all employees, in response to the violent outbreaks across the city, we have implemented an intentional power outage. Once the situation has been brought under control, please activate the 4 breakers ASAP. Once that's done, turn on the main power switch in the control room to reactivate the power grid. I think there's a bobblehead in here, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, there he is. Found him.
Oh, it smells like... Oh, I don't even want to think about it.
Green herbs. They work. I was starting to look like Chad was never going to come back from his round, so I poked my head in there, and F me, next thing I know I've got some kind of maggot squirming down my throat. I was gagging and heaving, but those little bastards didn't seem to mind none. They just wouldn't come up. I was staggering around like a madman, and then I saw it. A green herb. My grandma once told me these green herbs are natural bug deterrents, so I grabbed one and shoved it down my gob and swallowed, and what do you know, the little things didn't want to be in there anymore. I have never been so happy to throw up. I'm gonna head back out there to look for Chad. If anyone else sees this, remember, eat your greens. Poke him, Jill.
Oh my god.
Lockpick. So now it is time to backtrack once again and get all the stuff we couldn't get before. You move items? No? That's unfortunate. Oh wait. Squares move. The last fancy box. Kinda wish you could keep the boxes and didn't discard them immediately. They're pretty cool looking. Your Charlie doll. The original Charlie doll is based on the likeness of Toy Uncle's founder, Charlie McBurgan, and has become a mascot for the company. We are pleased to present this porcelain Charlie doll as a celebration of our 25th anniversary. Individually handcrafted with love and care by our staff, this limited edition item makes a precious gift. We hope you'll find us place as a cherished member of your family. Caution, this product is extremely fragile. Take care not to drop or strike it. And then we have this, a variant of the original American box art version of Mega Man, which bore no resemblance to the character. But if we go with the shared universe, that means Dr. Light named his ultimate robot after a comic book character, and I think that's great. And this, Arthur, is very much a reference to Ghosts and Goblins, early Capcom title. I think that's everything here. But not everything here. What did I miss on these streets? Oh, hello. You weren't here before. That's what I missed. So, yeah, it's clear. Excuse me. What? And there was nothing in there? Disappointing. We like the shotgun shells. So, is there something over here I missed? It looks like... Oh, I know where it is. I always forget this little alcove. So... Yeah, except for the subway station, that's everything. So let's stop running the wrong way, finish off the subway station, and then moving forward into the gross electrical yard of bugs, where we will be meeting the Drain Demos enemy. Now I'm going for that lockbox I forgot last time just so I can find out what was in it. Shotgun shells! And those go over here. Ooh. Hip pouch. Okay, back to the subway station. We have gotten everything. Not the subway station, we just left there. Back to the power station. Misspoke. Yeah, best to enjoy these relatively chill times in Raccoon City. They're not gonna last. Gonna grab a spare green herb just in case. Okay, and I do want to give up a warning for viewers, as the noted, that there will be vomiting in this section. I know that is a trigger for some people, so if you want to not see that, just tune out for the next few minutes. Substation internal memo. The key to the high voltage area has gone missing, and the earliest we'll be able to get a replacement in is next week. In the interim, a lockpick will be provided to the senior employee on duty. We only have one lockpick and cannot afford to lose it, so please keep it in its carrying case at all times when you're not using it. And please, could you all check just one more time that you did not accidentally take the key home? If you happen to find it, please bring it to Kate the admin. But yeah, this next scene is not very pleasant, so that includes you, Mom. Don't look. Meet the drain, Demos. It likes to pretend it's a xenomorph facehugger. Okay, now the last time I did this I was on normal difficulty and I did not get implanted with the stuff again. I will try to complete that feat again. I saw you skittering.
Here we go.
I'm just not hitting it. Where is the door? There is a door here. Oh, it was right near where I was. I ran right past it. Chad's notes. What happened to this place? I've seen some strange shit over the past few days, but these strange bugs building their nests, that metallic smell wafting through the vents. But if it didn't go just all straight to hell overnight. I need to check in on my mob town, but my boss says I can't leave till I drop all the breakers. God damn it, better finish up quick here so I can get out there. Well, F me, my stomach hurts so much I can hardly move. At the last breaker, a big ugly bastard of a bug got the drop on me and shoved a big effing tube down my throat. I managed to get away and somehow kept from vomiting on the spot. Shame, that probably would have saved him. It hurts. Feels like something's moving inside. Holding it together. Can't believe I haven't puked. If it hurts like I'm gonna tear apart, I think this is it for me. I love you, Mom. Nope. Nope. Okay, fine. Where'd you go? Okay, I have one more breaker to find. You know what? I don't want to deal with these guys anymore. That is the exit. Okay, there's the last thing. How do I get there? Okay, up and around. Like I said before, the map is your friend.
Time to get the hell out of here.
Okay, we are officially past the point where any vomiting will happen. That is no longer a concern.
All that leaves is the main power switch. Enjoy that.
Saving that so I don't have to do that again.